Hey, Extra. How are you? Hey, Extra. How are you? Did you get a notification? Ooh, 7 people. Denise, hello. The Watchman, woo woo. Yeah, I had to change the time, man. Whoa, it's loading up. Just found your channel. Love the content. Thank you, sir. Mr. M81. I love M81 too. Backroads, good afternoon. Just started watching your channel recently. Thank you. Good stuff. Extras lazing around. Guten Abend, der Buchenmacher. Klondike still driving. Just received notification. Okay, good. Notifications, nice. King Kalishnikov, greetings from Germany. V Gates, my friend. First time catching you live. Recently found and subscribed. Thank you, Night Squirrel. Like a neighbor who who might knock on my door, I might not answer. Yeah, me too. Got notified. Good. Notifications are going out. That's good. What I got? 24 on here already? Holy crap. Love your channel. Shared it with my pastor this morning, who's also a prepper. Yeesh. What'd your pastor think? So no evening live? No. So again, my goal is to do them in the evening, but this evening, some family friends are treating us to a family dinner. So anytime I can feed my whole family for free, it's gonna happen. So and one of my sons goes off to school this coming week, so it's kind of a final big hurrah for him. So do you know what Dire Ire von Satan is? No. Should I? It sounds terrible. Love you like a live streamer I never met but watch anyway. Did I freeze up? Oh, there we go. Bobby Bama, afternoon. Good afternoon. Evening from Canada. Very nice. Egg Drops of Satan? What? A song by Tool? It sounds terrible. I do like Tool, though. My Sunday evening schedule was planning to disrupt Sunday dinner. Yeah. So usually Sunday evenings work pretty well, but I had to shift this week. So normally it'll be sometime in the evening. You know, and this week I tried the scheduling thing. I can't stick to it. I can't stick to a scheduled time. Like when I want to make a video, I want to make a video. Getting messages from my contractor. I'm having issues with the contractor. Squirrely bunch, that group. Lori, hello from Louisiana. Achtung desing Prosenter. Achtung. What does that mean? Attention teacher? Is that what that means? Yeah, free meals. Anytime I can. And it's Mongolian barbecue, like it's all you can eat. Yeah, I'm there. Practical Prep says, I've been working on decentralizing preps. Smart move, my friend. I've been feeling pretty black pilled today on AI stuff, you guys. I don't know. There's not much hope. It's going to be hard to stay a 68%er if I'm black pilled off the edge. Jules West, East Western Center. Howdy, y'all. Took a break to actually watch this one. Oh, thank you. Been deleted. Yeah, you've been all over my comments, man. Thank you. Greetings from the right coast. Love the channel. Mongolian barbecue. Yeah. Oh, the 68%ers. I was way off. The Achtung 60. Oh yeah, 60 Prozenter. That's. I hesitate to make any patches in German though. It'll come across Nazi-ish, you know. Demomen Dawn. I'm suffering from prepper fatigue. Hopefully I'm helping that. I'm not hurting that. Sorry. Hey Mike, still hamming and first sighting. Donnie Rogers. Hey Mike, still hamming and first sighting? Donnie Rogers, do I know you? Do you know me? Uh-oh. Don't give me away in the comments there. Hammond and first sighting. First sighting. I don't know what that means. The waves of black pilling, enjoying your content. Yes, sir. Thank you. What's your opinion on financial prep versus other preps? Yeah, do it. Just either need more money. You know, it's been, our financial wellness comes in waves. Like we do really well and then we get back into debt and then we do really well. I tend to think having stuff and things is kind of a hedge against inflation, having tools to repair your vehicle instead of the money to fix it, you know, tools and skills. But yeah, that's part of this YouTube channel. I'm trying to up my income a little bit, you know. Watchmen News, will you show the inside of the ring you made? Ugh, you don't want to see that. I made it too big. And then I had a friend TIG weld some knobs in there. So it's actually very painful to wear. But my hand is like permanently dented now. So it's really gross. But I used a file and a drill and did it very slowly. Suffering from puppy trying to eat my toes. Oh, evil girl. Is it really suffering though? That sounds kind of cool. Inside of the ring, financial is critical. Yes, it is. Financial is critical. Finances give you options, right? Rich people have options. They're like, I'll go to my lake house instead. And, you know, yeah, trying to make it up into that upper echelon, but never seem to. Seems like the older I get, the better my income gets, but then the more expensive things get. I feel like 100 grand is the new 50 grand, you know? Watch this one. Oh, thank you. It deleted. Yeah, you've been all over my comments, man. Thank you. Try to mute this. Let me see. This is going to echo. Oh, okay. Much thinner than I thought. Love that ring. Yeah, it is thin. One of these days, it's gonna catch on something. It's gonna catch on something. It's gonna rip my my whole finger off. You know. How often do you take the family out shooting for gun safety and skill sharpening? Not as often as I should. The challenge around here is having some place to shoot. And where I'm at, this year, the Bureau of Land Management, like where the public shooting ranges are, they banned it. You can't shoot because they're saying it's gonna start a forest fire. When the kids make their own money, you'll be rich. Yeah, I have 8 and I'm banking on like 5 of them, maybe 4, maybe 3 to like turn around and take care of me, maybe. If you've been black pilling on AI lately, I hope you've recently discovered Gideon. Is that a person? Is that like Morpheus? Or is that a thing? Is that an app? Is that a person? Is that a place? What is Gideon? Just don't carry debt. Yeah, I feel you. Pay the credit card off every month, get the rewards, still financially okay. Yeah. I had a wave of car repairs this year. That's what hit us this fall. I mean, like to the tune of, because we have like a bunch of cars, because we have a bunch of drivers, and just thousands and thousands of dollars, you know. I'm so sick of dealerships and car repairs, and they're all lying to you and they're all upselling you. Repairmen, contractors, just getting it from every side this fall, and it's very frustrating. Like I work really hard to make and keep money, and everybody around me is working hard to take it from me. It's infuriating. Have you looked into firearms classes? I will be teaching classes in Idaho soon. Ooh. Guns and Buns, can you put a link in there? Or if you can get my email off my info, if you're on a PC, shoot me an email, man. I'd love to come shoot. Are you offering for me to shoot for free? You won't be impressed though. You know how they tell you never to meet the people you follow? Like, I'll get out there and you'll be like, this dude, he's totally unprepared. Yeah, I'm cheap, so I tend not to go to firearms classes. I take informal training a lot, but yeah. Gideon, predetermined crime. I have heard of that. Yeah, why would I look into that, Backroads? That's gonna make me more black pilled. What's beyond black pill? Like very, very, very dark black pilled. Watchman runs an honest repair business. Good for you, man. Sick of all the crooks. I know. Ugh. So frustrating. When does stockpiling debt count as prepping? It never does. It never does. Yeah. Gideon's an AI software system. The Minority Report, yeah, I have heard of that. Ugh. Being launched beta in about a week on the East Coast. Perfect, wonderful, great. Pre-crime, yeah. Blacker pilled, yeah. Midnight pilled or something, I don't know. Hiding is the best gun defense. Can't be shot if they can't see you, especially behind something thick enough. Yeah, but are we talking about like thermal drones? They're gonna find you anyway. Yeah, I think well, the workforce, like unemployment, that's what's making me the most nervous. They're on the low end, people are saying 25%. On the high end, people are saying like, this one guy said 99% unemployment. Yeah. You have the same water bottle? This is a special edition clean canteen. There's no way you have it. Banana orange, banana yellow? Maybe you do. I don't know. Yeah, thrift store find. I love that color though. It's so bright. I'm normally not a bright color guy, but it is clean canteen, so. I wish they'd call me with a sponsorship. Like, I'll hold the bottle in every video. Like, I have enough to do it already without them sending me any, but. I was thinking your water bottle color clashed with your extension cords. yeah, probably. I think today was the last hot day where I'm at. I'm so much looking forward to fall. Kind of not really because I have a lot of work to do in the yard, but extra. Those bottles are very phallic. What? Get your mind out of the gutter, woman. What are you talking about? Maybe, I don't know. Now I've got that in my brain. Dang it. Brush Beater says handled some drone detection now. Handheld drone detection. Oh, really? I bet he would send you one for review. Ooh, I love Brush Beater stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. He makes them? Some sort of tech? That'd be cool. Been working on fire drills, focus on floods, home invasion, mainly getting the family used to rally points. Yeah, that's good. Why sponsor when you do it for free? Yeah. Why would they send me bottles when I have 50 of them for free, right? Ace Hardware in Bozeman, huh? You may need to see a doctor. Extra, you may need to see a doctor. You're gonna think of that every time you press your... Oh, dang you. What? Okay. Yeah, Wyoming. I have a family dinner tonight. Some family friends offered to take my whole family to dinner. I have to go. So it interrupted with the. I might do an extra live tonight, maybe just jump on for a little bit, but I don't know. I have to take advantage of that. And we're seeing my son off to college this week, so it's kind of a final family dinner. Wind chime with my steel water bottles. Yeah. Been deleted talks about the brush beater thing. So drone detection? I wonder how high up it goes. The comments are almost as thrilling as the normal content. I don't know about thrilling. That's funny. I forget the rules. You're not allowed to handle firearms on live TV, on live. I don't really do firearm stuff anyway, but I've been messing with some firearms today. Just out of screen. You're welcome. Extras like, you're welcome for... Do you watch Grand Thumb? I do. You know, in fact, where I taught leadership, it's where the SEER school is in Washington, and we used to get SEER students through all the time. So he was stationed here at Fairchild, and I know some SEER guys who know him pretty well, and I think he's next door in Idaho now, but Kids might enjoy reading the Locker 9 series, prepping books that are written around a college student or getting home after SHTF. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Oh yeah, thank you, Evil Girl. That helps me, right, when people do thumbs up? What are these buttons? We got a love down there. How does Hickok45 get away with it? He basically live streams shooting range. I've heard he's been in legal battles with, so he's got millions of followers, and that's his primary thing, I think. And other channels too do gun content, but YouTube censors them. I think they're so big that they overcome the algorithm. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure how they do that, you know. Yeah, Hickok45. But somebody told me, I think it was Backroads is on here. I think Backroads told me that he's been involved in litigation with YouTube several times, like having his channel messed with and shut down and shadow banned and all this other stuff. So what's going on in here, local prepper? I'll tell you what's going on. An unannounced live. Actually, it was announced, but it's early and misscheduled. Oh, it's still hot in here. One of the many YouTube mysteries, yeah. I'm anti-AI, but it's just AI running YouTube. Hey, Mike Tango Whiskey, good to see you, buddy. How much love to you and the fam of 68%ers. Yeah, you too, Jason. Jason Myers. So I'm falling out with my contractor, and I put all of his crap in my driveway, and I'm waiting for him to come up, to show up and pick it all up. I keep waiting to hear him out in the driveway. So what do you guys want to talk about? Let's talk about AI. How terrified I am. So, Evil Girl, if I hit the like button, does that help with the algorithm? Probably not, huh? Smart enough to figure that out. Guns and buns. What do we officially refer to you as for short? Defoe? Whiskey? Mike? Defoe? How dare you? You know how I feel about that stupid... That's okay. I'll take Willem Dafoe. Whiskey? Yeah, people keep messing up the order of it. They're like, Tango Whiskey Mike. Yeah, Mr. Whiskey. Mr. Whiskey, that'd be cool. In my specialty, it's nice that you don't have VHF radios inhaling the miracles of mesh networks. Yeah, I've tried mesh. There's just not enough nodes for me to make it worth my while. Maybe down the road, but AI, Backroad says, never use it. I will never consider AI. Yeah. Christian Tactician, what's up, MTW? Had my own Tatsi moment 2 weeks ago in my basement, flooding here in Utah due to immediate rain dump. God, flooding sucks. Was not prepared, yeah. Did you get a bunch of pallets, everything up on pallets maybe? Customer service now being processed with AI. Yeah, not popular position, but we need to master AI now before it becomes ununderstandable. Know your enemy. Yeah, JTD, what's up, man? How do you feel about radios for emergency comms? Yeah, they're good. I think like tactical comms are dumb if you don't have a team, but radios are good for family. Oh, that I don't have VHF radios like hanging on my pegboard. This is not a set, man. These are just my tools. Like that one guy that was like, you're very unused, you're barely used tools. How dare you? Get out of here. Scared, say scared. Yeah, I am scared. Guns and buns, Mr. Whiskey. Thank you. Yeah, distinguished, doesn't it? I feel distinguished. I'll send some cedar and leather furniture, some finely crafted mahogany. Let me show you something. Check this out. So this is how cheap I am. So any bourbon I get, I just pour it in here. It's all mixed together. Isn't that terrible? Look at that. Federal law forbids sale or reuse of this bottle. Mount Vernon. I thought it was antique or something, but it's probably not. But isn't that cool? That's how cheap I am. I put all of my liquor in one bottle. That's heresy, right? Christian, what are you gonna do in the future? Have a drainage system? Yeah, for the flooding. Flooding sucks. I was looking at some maps recently and learned about which parts of my city have a high likelihood of ground liquefaction. Holy crap! Extra, are you in Cali? Are you in California? Carol's in the house. What's up, Carol? One of my most prolific commenters. Would you be willing to do a, Lori says, is a 68%er, been prepping since 9/11. It's hard to find practical info for women. Would you be willing to do a video for women who prep? Yeah, what would I'm trying to think what would be different. Maybe I can find some women preppers and talk to them. I know some wives that are pretty into it, you know. That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna write that down, Lori. Women preppers. As a video idea in my famous idea book. Try and pause that, local. See if you can get ideas off there. Too bad. Carol, short-term disability across from the waterport. Oh, Los Angeles. Yeah, what part of the ground will liquefy? That's terrifying. Dope whiskey bottle, but it's heresy to mix them. Yeah, I know. That's how cheap I am, though. Radios make you a target. Yeah, transmit, yeah. GMRS is too localized. Some areas have lots of repeaters, some have none. For me, it's the same with 2 meters and 70 centimeters. Extra's a female. Lori, there's other females in the chat here too. You might want to connect with them. They might have some resources. I'll try to think about that though. I know I have more women watchers than I thought I did, that's for sure. Women specific details are, I found one, Doomsday Queen. She seems pretty good. I found her and subscribed to her. Chris is in the house. Ooh, women, Chris says, women-focused prepper subreddit. 2XX preppers. Is that like XX chromosome? That's pretty cool. Prepping for a family unit is smart. Praise the Lord, is about to ankle deep at most. Yeah, so ankle deep, so it sounds like maybe pallets in your basement. Root intrusion into my storm drain. God, stuff you can't even see. Immediate resolution, sandbag the area, rig a sump pump. Yeah. Single malt only. Ooh. I used to say I was a Scotch guy because it sounded cooler, but I figured out I'm just a bourbon guy, and I don't really care which. It's like second shelf. Like I said, I have like one drink a month, so I'm not that picky. Uncle OG's in the house. What's up, homie? Just checking in. Have a good stream. Are you streaming? You're always streaming. Like the stream, boys. Awesome. Thank you so much. OG. Uncle OG. Uncle OG, I want to see that mustache, man. Your mask hides most of your mustache, so it's kind of Hitler-esque. But I think you have a great mustache. What I can see indicates that you probably have a pretty fine mustache. Would love to have a prepper program presentation at the library where I work. Anyone know any East Coast preppers willing to speak in Berks County? Denise says. Backroad says he just bought the Baofeng DM32. I heard good things about it, man. Most difficult thing for me in Europe is home defense. Some knives, yeah, guns are illegal. Suggestions for no firearms, home defense, tools. Look, like if I didn't have a firearm, like I would just grab, that was my first thought, is like tools. But Evil Girl 87 says, my Nana always tried to have me drink whiskey with pineapple juice. I like your Nana. OG will do a mustache reveal soon. Is it just gonna be like this? You're just gonna do like this and pull the mask apart and show your mustache. Oh shoot, that's hilarious. DMR. Yeah, DMR goes much further, right? But more susceptible because it goes over the internet. Transmissions go over the internet, but yeah. Grab a lightly used tool. How dare you, Don? Yeah, one of my lightly used tools, brand new and sharp. it's so hot in here. I had the fan on, but I turned it off for you guys. I'm melting. This is the last hot day, though. Last one. Fall is here. I love fall. Can't wait to get out my sweater vests and my beanie. I look really good in a beanie. Lightly used tools. That T-square or straight edge has a suspicious lack of drywall mud splatter. T-square. Now, I don't use that very often, I'll be honest. Whenever I see quality tools at a yard sale, I scoop them up, man. I buy them. Yeah. It's just a prop. There's no drywall splatter on it. Yeah, sports equipment, Carol says, for home defense, non-firearm. Yeah. Baseball bats. Backroad says the DM32s, the Baofeng, have AES practical preps. Hey, thank you. You gave me money. That's awesome, man. All right, you got to take off. See you later. Reason I want them. Low 60s in New York. OC spray. Is OC spray legal in Europe? Partly can, prepper, gel, streamer fog. Yeah. Yeah, Christian tactician, beanies compliment bearded folk. I don't know why that is, but yeah, that's true. Nail guns, knives, axes, rope, and wire. Wire? As a self-defense tool, like in the movies? Weaponless home defense will mainly be about triggering alarms, video surveillance, hardening access points. Yeah. Lots of light, lots of noise. Criminals tend to be lazy, right? So anything that's going to take too much time or cause too much noise or cause too much chaos, unless it's like a ransack type situation. But my husband once fought off a would-be marauder with a garden spade. Well, that's some Mad Max stuff right there, Carol. Tools and sports equipment like baseball bats or hockey sticks are legal as long as they accomplish the appropriate. They're accompanied by the appropriate ball. It relieves any suspicion. Yeah. Have like a bag of sports equipment next to your door, you know? Happy Sunday. Hey, Dean Coleman's in the house. What's up, Dean? You mentioned the knife fidget in your last HFR, and now I can't unnotice it. Yeah. Well, some guy gave me this long diatribe about how he can't stand it. So I'm trying to do this now. I keep playing with this Flissa that they sent me, but it's much quieter, I think. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's still, maybe he just like unsubscribed. I don't know. Buchenmacher says bug spray and a lighter. Yeah. Golf ball in a strong sock. Golf ball in a strong sock. Yeah, that could thwap somebody, right? Carol says, hey, Mike, you want to hear about the time we got a ride off of a thief with a crossbow? What? A thief with a crossbow? Medieval, and I can still see the bright red arrow sticking out of him as he ran away. What? That's some Mad Max stuff right there. Holy crap. You shot somebody with a crossbow? I wouldn't admit that. Please don't admit any crimes in my chat. That's an awesome story though. Yeah, that's funny. Pepper spray where I work, hornet spray and wasp spray under my desk. Yeah, I have a friend here who is a landlord, and she was told by the cops, like if she uses hornet spray, then it's some sort of different crime than regular pepper spray, or like it's because it's not supposed to be used on humans or something. I don't know if that's true, but it wasn't a crime. The local sheriff deemed it self-defense. Awesome. The local sheriff deemed it awesome self-defense. Garden Raiders. Yeah. 2-1 practical. Hey man, I was just watching your radio video. Hey Mike, I made a comment on one of your videos about my radios. My new radio one-on-one is live. I started watching it. I just haven't finished. Garden gnomes and tannerite. All of your garden gnomes are made of tannerite. Just trigger explosives. Oh, okay. I'm not sure why it wasn't part of your poll, but you're a doppelganger for the assistant coach on Ted Lasso. That is not the first time. My old boss told me that all the time, but nobody has called me that on YouTube yet, so that would have been in there. Yeah, I forget his name, but yeah. The problem with pepper spray, I used to work at a prison. The prisoners got used to it after a while. Well, but that's after they build up a tolerance, right? Most people probably haven't done that. Most of those sprays have a legal disclaimer on the can, like non-human, wasp or bear spray or whatever. But it's not, but not in a lawless situation. Everything can be a wasp. Yeah, that's funny. Animal sprays are considered chemical weapons. Depending on the distinct attorney, they may be considered to cause mayhem, which is usually a higher charge. Mayhem, that's a higher awesome charge. Yeah. I believe it's a federal offense to use them for any other purpose than other than the manufactured purpose. Yikes. But my victim identified as a paper wasp. Well, I cannot condone or deny. He pulled out a wasp, officer. I had no choice. Chris, that's so funny. He pulled out a wasp. I know, right? Like he threw a wasp at me. It was, I was actually aiming for the wasp and he was standing right behind the wasp. It was totally, yeah. Field Tax Self-Reliance Official. I'm planning to release my Mike Tango Whiskey and Wasteland by Wednesday video Wednesday or Thursday. Wait, are you doing a response to my response to Chris's response to my response to Chris's response? This is getting out of hand. I'll watch it though. I'll worry about the law after I've kept myself alive. Yeah. What is it? Better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6? Yeah. OC doesn't always take the fight out of them, but they can't see, so they're easy targets. Yeah. I've seen OC used in some pretty useful defensive situations, but no one gonna throw it out there. Better to be judged by 12. So I just said that. Yeah. That's funny. Extra, he's prepping for Thursday. Yeah. Might want to get a DJI drones if you need them. 51 drones say the DJI drone ban is imminent. Ooh, really? DJIs are the best too. They're like $400, right? DJI 2. Oh, God, these people, man. Just have to, I feel like I'm playing catch up all the time. JTD, no worries, man. It was early. It was kind of short. It was just me and Klondike on there, but family over watching NASCAR and football. I snuck off the cleanup. I appreciate you, man. NASCAR and football? Damn. NASCAR and football. I was wondering if that was real. A ban on drones? God, now I gotta buy a drone? Buy an Autel. Let me write that down. Autel. DJI. Autel drones, huh? Yeah, I feel like, especially in my state, I'm just playing catch up. It's like, we're gonna ban this, and I go have to go buy that. And we're gonna ban this, we're gonna have to go buy that, you know? When it comes to certain psychiatric cases, OC spray may not work on them. You're talking about a horror movie. More than $400, but you can walk up to Canada and get a DJI. I have the M4P for my stuff. Oh, really? That's good intel, Wasteland. Thank you. I can go into Canada. Yeah, I'm not far from Canada. I can go into Canada and get one. Are they cheaper there? Or they're just available? They're not banned, right? Okay, that makes sense. They're doing it by not giving them FCC permits, and right now Customs has been confiscating them. Ah! Bedtime on this side, Mark. All right, man. Have a good night, Mark. I set up my HF antennas in trees using the DJI Phantom 2. That's awesome. Can you bring it across the border? I know, right? Get arrested at the border for trying to sneak in a drone. Sounds like a terrorism charge waiting to happen. Last time I live streamed, my phone got too hot. I have to be careful. Back-to-back streams and my phone starts to explode. I'm gonna need a new phone. Solo operator, I've done that. What are you talking about there? Autel Evo 2 Dual 640T Enterprise V3. Thermal imaging sensor, 48 MP visual dual camera, provides a variety of temperature measurement functions. Easy to interpret the temperature data. Ooh. Autel Evo 2. If my wife is watching, she's probably gonna go buy one. 640T. Yeah, huge fan of your channel, Zachary Russell. Thank you, sir. Your story about the toilet paper at Staples reminded me when COVID hit, everyone was clearing out of the grocery stores. I stocked up on supplies at Chinatown. Chinatown supermarket. It was a ghost town. That's so funny, because it was the what Trump say, the China virus or whatever. So nobody went to Chinatown. And all the toilet paper you can wish for. That's hilarious. Field tax self-reliance, but yeah, now say the price. Yeah, how much is the Evo 2, the Autel Evo 2 drone? How much is that? Stop and charge the tariff if it's not confiscated. Yeah, I second that for the Autel, but that's big bucks right there. You're talking to the 68% in here. Better not be big bucks. Let's see, line of sight limits, what you can legally do. Do you do any editing of your content from your computer, Christian Tactician, or is it all just straight from your iPhone? Straight from my iPhone, buddy. I record it and I post it. No cuts, no editing. I might do 2 videos, 2 camera angles, and I'll just use Movie Editor and put those 2 together, but that's as far as it goes. Pro 68 tip, do not purchase an Estes model rocket deluxe kit, green lasers, and 4 access solenoids in one Amazon cart. That sounds like a 32%er problem. What are you building there, sir? Canuck, what is up, Canuck? How are you? You're late? You're not that late, my friend. $5,000 field tack? What are you talking about? I'm not spending $5 grand on a drone. I just spent 15 grand on car repairs. Autels are good. I've used both Autel and DJI. I thought the DJI 2 was like $400. Has it gone up? That was like last year though. You could use a small fan behind your phone, but then you guys would hear it, wouldn't you? Pretty soon I'm gonna be breathing cold. I'm gonna be freezing out here, so it won't make a difference, but. What's up, Canuck? Canuck. Christian Tactician, you're a beast, good sir. Growing the channel the way you have is impressive. Thank you. I'm not sure how I've done that, but. I think a video discussing developing a community of people with skill sets such as carpentry, machining, gardening, and medicine would be a worthwhile watch. Yeah, once I get a group of those people, I'll let you know. I am going to talk about making friends, though. Close friends. Yeah, people with skills. It's the way to go. Evo Nano Plus is $680, equivalent to the DJI Maverick, but better. Ooh, Evo Nano. Nano Plus. Okay, that's more my style. Mike, if you do use a drone for your channel, make sure you get FAA Part 107 first, since you are monetized. What? I wouldn't use it for YouTube, I don't think. Maybe for like an area study or something, but you just need permission for everything nowadays. It depends on the DJI drone you buy. They have some that cost over 30K. The cheaper ones you can get for just under 500. Yeah. Purchase older DJI drones and spend the money on new batteries. Okay. Like on YouTube, not on YouTube, on eBay. Lori lives in the country. My neighbors sight their guns in on their property as a fun pastime. They shoot tannerite. Yeah. Oh, Der Buchenmacher says, Part 107 is critical. That's permission from the FCC to fly drones. And I live near an airport too, so I would have to do that. We're here now, I think. Buy it in Canada, fly it over the border, and then land and drive across. That sounds like an international incident. That sounds like a terrible idea. Ditch Doc, what are you talking about? That's terrible advice. Oh, I best try to get some sleep. Evil Girl 87, thank you for tuning in. Madam, I will see you next time. DJI range from 300 to 2K. Yeah. Canuck's got a tag. Man, send me some meat, Canuck. License, anything not recreational needs a license. I thought it was it distance or capability or something that the DJI, the original DJI that was super popular was just under the threshold where you needed a license, I thought. Part 107. Is it a test, Part 107? License isn't that hard to get unless it's changed a lot since I last looked into it. Yeah, extra, exactly. I've got the 249 gram version. We can get around some of the drone rules. That's what I remember. Like if it was under a certain threshold, you wouldn't need a license or something. 500 grams, it's all void. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Derek Buchenmacher, I need to come hunting with you guys. I'll be hunting with a recurve bow. I hunt with a long bow. Well, hunting's it's a strong, yeah, I go walking around the woods with my bow, but 107 is a test. Ugh. The law says, in the furtherance of a business, a YouTube channel is a business if you're monetized. Great. Any flight, 107, part 107 applies to any flight that you earn income from. The threshold otherwise is 250 grams. Your drone rules and my drone rules may be different. Yeah, extra's in California, so they probably have twice as many rules. I always say I end up bird watching. That's funny, Canuck. Yeah, instead of hunting. Yeah, squirrel watching. I just get angry at squirrels who rat me out when I'm in the woods because I'm not sneaky enough. Watchman says a sub 250 gram drone still has to be covered by 107 if you are making money with it. Oh, so if I got a drone, a small one that didn't require a license, I just couldn't use it for my channel. Fillmore Butts. What's happening, Mike Tango Whiskey? First time on a live, been watching. Love the entry kit. Thank you, sir. Mr. Fillmore Butts. That's why I live in a free state. Yeah, thanks, Wyoming. You keep reminding me that you live in a free state. I know I don't live in a free state. I've lived in Alaska and Montana. Those are pretty free states. I love those places. Extra, I thought, did I misread that? You're not in California? I guess when you said the ground might liquefy underneath you, I assumed you were in California. San Andreas Fault. I used to live like a half a mile from the San Andreas Fault when I was young. Part 107 drone license is only if you shoot video for clients who pay you, not for your own content. Oh. Back to lurking, got some projects to finish, have you in the background. All right, radio operator, low level remuneration I got from trying to make money from my side hustle is not worth the paperwork, right? I know. Even this YouTube thing, like it's just enough for me to be able to do it all in one place. People are telling me, oh, do a website, do this, do Patreon, do this, do that. Once it gets, I have a very low tolerance for multiple things at once. Like even local, he got me into a Discord, and it's hard for me to keep up on Discord because it's another extra thing. I probably won't do it because I'm lazy, but monetized channel is not considered a personal video. I talked to someone from the FAA myself on this stuff. Juan de Foucault plate is gonna mess up the PNW. Juan de Foucault. Yeah, Montana and Idaho. Yeah, I love those places. YouTube is a business. Using a drone for business will make the rule apply. Free state of Florida here. Welcome to Florida sign on the interstate says so. North of Port Angeles. Oh, you're in my state, Extra. I'm sorry. Yeah, I misread that. I saw Angeles. I think I assumed Los Angeles. Yeah, I've only seen a flying drone once. I'm seeing them more and more. Like I'm always looking in the sky, and I've been seeing more and more drones. Who at the FAA were you folks talking to? It's local enforcement. Makes the difference if someone complains. Vancouver Island for Extra, not Vancouver. Okay. Canada, not your state. But it's close, right? I think you're pretty close. Boop, 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 boop. I'm at 45 minutes. Gotcha, Extra. You'll probably have to tell me that 10 more times, Extra. I'm sorry. Watchman News used to fly ultralights. Seems pretty knowledgeable. Drones for prepping can be a huge bonus, especially if you do have rural property. An eye in the sky is a big deal. Yeah. I've even thought about like neighborhood defense. Chris, like neighborhood defense or area studies. That, I mean, you know, as opposed to going on foot, it just seems so much smarter for like recon and that kind of stuff. Long conversation with an agent, Carol Reed. I got all the details from her. There's some controversy in the comments if Part 71 applies or not. It. You guys have it out. You're out of my realm here. I have a friend who's a pilot, but he doesn't fly drones though. I mean, even if they don't control them right now, they're going to, right? I mean, they're gonna. They're absolutely gonna. Maybe we should just focus on getting those racing drones, the ones that like they go too fast to see or to catch. Maybe that's the way to go. Like those little super race drones. Those are pretty cool. Probably super expensive though. Yeah, Chris says absolutely for recon. Video about that. Okay, I'll check that out, Chris. The books How to Win People and No Short, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and No Shortcuts for Organizing Power are great to learn about building groups. Yeah, it's like leadership 101 stuff, right? RC with a GoPro on it that I check out crawl spaces with. That's genius. I have an RC car with a GoPro on it that I check out crawl spaces with. I love that. That's creative. One more thing. I'm a moderator and intel supplier to another prepper channel with 300,000 subs. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. What does that mean? So a moderator would control my comments? Is that what you do? Do I pay you? Do I have to give you money to do that? And what's an intel supplier? What does that mean? Would I be a spy? I'd be down. Is that what that means? Soil, send me an email. I'd love to be a spy and have a free moderator. Drones are good for finding your lost dog, playing with bears, or maybe hunting. It's not very sporting. Yeah, I think drones are outlawed in some places to use for hunting, but yeah. Dragging line into the trees. Moderator helps keep comments from trolls. You know, I get that. So far, I have not deleted any comments or banned anybody, but I guess when a channel gets big, you probably need that, right? Like eventually I won't be able to keep up with all of it if it continues to grow, but. Field Tech, yeah, I know Field Tech has told me too that he moderates for a few channels, but How to Stop Worrying and Start Living is an awesome book by Dale Carnegie. Yeah, Dale Carnegie's got some good stuff. Just grant permission to the permission to be a mod. They help police the comments. I don't want police in my comments, do I? Why do I want police in my comments? Somebody curses or says something? Canuck says Washington doesn't look like a good hunting state. I don't know. People are successful here, but there is better hunting over in Idaho. That's for sure. Permission to the user. I have seen where I can make people moderators. Wouldn't I have to like have a real conversation with somebody though if I was going to make them a moderator to like tell them what to cut out? Because so far I don't censor anything. There's been a couple comments where I was like, I don't know if I should. Extra says, let me try harder to troll you. Yeah, I have said if anybody like doxed me in the comments, I'd probably ban them, but I haven't exactly been as smart as I should be for OPSEC. I watched Chris's video and I was like, most people are used to channels that moderate the hell out of everything. They aren't used to YouTubers that believe in free speech. I do believe in free speech. Eventually, as you grow, your chat will scroll so fast it'll be unreadable. And the comments will become unhinged as the 1% rules begin to apply. That may be true. Like I won't be able to, there's like usually 50 people on my lives and it's manageable, but it's barely manageable. If it was 100, that would be tough. I watch some other lives and they don't really pay much attention to the comments. Every once in a while they come to the comments, they read one and then they look away I watch Overton Windex and it's just like him smoking for an hour. I don't know. Montana would be a good state. How far of a drive? I can be in Montana in about 3 hours. Mods can add links to the comments, likes for videos, products, etc. Links for videos, products, etc. That would be helpful. Yeah, because that's not my forte. For the other streamer I help, I direct the host to good comments to react to. Oh, kind of like my hurt feelings report, where I go through and just kind of, that makes sense. Add links. You should hunt in Montana. Yeah, I should live back in Montana. I love Montana. I love Alaska more, but I love Montana. Alaska was like the Wild West. It might be different now, but it was open carry, concealed carry. Like the base I was on, you could drive across the street and just start shooting stuff. It was crazy. Extra also can help. Now, do I pay moderators? I don't think anybody's answered that. Do I have to pay mods? Or do they just get the honor of participating in the chat? Most larger channels default to responding to super chats, yeah. HFRs, I love them. Thank you, Carol. I love them too. Mike can come hunt with me. I'm in Montana and Idaho. What? Brother, I'll Sherpa for you. If you kill something, I'll carry half the meat for 30% of the meat. I mean, 50%. We have urban deer. Yeah, so do we. They've been jumping my gate. They jump my gate and they break it. Drives me crazy. No pay for mods. That's what I'm talking about. I wouldn't let you pay me to mod. Is that an insult or a compliment? I think that's a compliment. No mods. No, mods volunteer, but should be vetted. Yeah, yeah. Get some crazies in there. And I was starting to get a feel for a lot of people who participate in the comments, so there are some clear standouts if I was to nominate some mods, for sure. The search for land as a prepper, I feel, is a forever dream. Yeah. I may have said this before, but I think there has to be a way to monetize that dream for people. Everybody wants it. Nobody can afford it. There has to be a way to do it, right? I've talked to Chris a little bit about this, but Ben Deleted, you may become too huge to be the sole operator of this channel. How dare you? I will never, ever give up control. It means I would not want anything to do it. Getting paid for mod leads to favoritism and other things. Gotcha. I appreciate that, Watchman. You've been here since the beginning, too. Though it's not your theme, the intel I provide is real-time events, breaking news, and radio monitoring of military radio and aircraft vessel. So I would be a spy. I'd be just like Jason Bourne, right? Except Willem Dafoe playing Jason Bourne. Chris, you're itching to respond to those comments. I know you are. Those cost comments. Well, are you going to do a video? Do you already have a video out about the model? Can you do that without violating OPSEC for your guys' crew? A family commune, but take a lot of planning and pooling of resources. You know, I know people, there's rural area where I'm at, and people are already doing that. Like, there's just families that are kind of moving back to the same area organically. I think we're going to see more and more of that over time. Be like the Capulets and the Montagues. My solution to getting land was combining resources with other people. A couple years into a multi-year plan to build on it. Yeah. OSINT. It's called OSINT. Also, mods aren't paid. Yeah. I got a couple friends who are still in Intel. They're S2s. I'm going to do a video about it, but it isn't just OPSEC I have to worry about in that. Yeah. No, I get you, Chris. If you can do it well, I mean, that'd be valuable, man. I'd love to come on and maybe you talk to me about how to do it, because you have it, I don't. I think that'd make a great video. Finding the right people to combine with is tough. Yeah. I can't even find a contractor I can trust, or a mechanic I can trust. Taking all my hard-earned money. Been searching for land for a while, you know, and I think the solution might be just moving to a very small town, moving to a tiny town where you're forced to know everybody. Maybe that's the answer, because then it's just your normal costs, but the sense of the town is that we're a tight-knit group already. OSINT, open source intel. Yeah, radio operator, please send me, please email me. Email me. I would love that. I don't have a source for intel right now. What a Zero Hedge? I just, Daily Mail. I like Daily Mail because you can find out like the war, you know, the war with Putin, and then like what Kim Kardashian wore that day, all on the same page. Super helpful. If everyone moves to a small town, they won't be small anymore. That's a fair point, Carol. Thank you. 5.5 acres, decent house, stocked pond. What? Well already installed. What? Thanks, operator. I'm fortunate. Family lives with my parents about 60 years ago. Yeah, that's what I'd like to pass on to my kids is some land, you know. Yeah, Wasteland. Chris is an S2 as well. Forward observer. Far from a small town. I wish I always have a ton of apps going when I'm traveling ahead of the game just in case. Yeah. Family isn't always the best solution. Ain't that the truth? At this stage in my prepping, finding peeps is the hardest part, but I'm seeing how valuable it can be. Yeah. Ride or dies. We need ride or dies. That's what you need. You need to test them quickly, heavily, and find out faster. I used to, maybe that's the next video I put out. I did a video on bags, like what will fit. I have all my backpacks over here. I should bring some of them over. You guys want to see some of my backpacks? It's really gross. It's way too many. But Amateur says, were you able to do any of the interviews you mentioned a while back? No, I shouldn't have mentioned them. I just haven't had time. But my work is getting less busy. Like I said, my son goes off to college. One of my sons goes off to college this week, so I should have more time, especially during the winter, because you can't get out as much. So I might focus on interviews in the winter. Hey, NorCal Chris is giving me money. Thank you, sir. I supremely appreciate that. Thank you. Heart it? Is that what I do? I just give it a heart and a hearty thank you. Reply to NorCal Chris. Thank you. Paying my bills, my friend. Appreciate that. We've been welcomed into our small town. Yeah, we weren't trying to change things. Yeah. Great channel, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, NorCal Chris. I hate living in a city, but work in a tier 1 hospital. That's how I make a living. Yeah. A couple of people I know commute like an hour just for that small town life. That might be the way. I love backpacks. Show us the bags. Dean is asking me to love bags. My content will eventually devolve into dumb bags. Just bags. Show us the bag. All right, stand by. Oh my gosh, this is gross. What do we got? This isn't all of them, but vintage North Face. Yarver Pie, something, I don't know. Thrift store, couple bucks. 511, LV 18, I think. Good EDC bag. REI hiking backpack. Great gay man. Too many I just say gay man. I meant gray man. Sorry. Too many straps, but pretty nice. Thrift store. Big one. Backpacking. Old, kind of crappy. Yard sale. Look at this one. That is a diaper bag. But you can fit a PCC in here. And magazines. Look at these. Look at the pockets on here. Isn't that great? It's perfect. This was my get home bag for a while, so it's still pretty useful. Thrift store Camelback. This is designed for females. It's a hiking backpack. I think I paid probably 10 bucks for that guy. The Go Ruck. You guys have seen this. Old tool bag. Thrift store. This is a great gray man bag. This is like a briefcase, like a traveling suitcase. My son uses it when he travels. You could fit stuff in here. My primary work bag, my Mystery Ranch 3-way zip. Dana Design, this is an old school vintage one. I love Dana Design. This is called the Bomb Pack. I got this at a thrift store for like 10 bucks. This one's nice. I paid 80 bucks for this. But it's an REI. It's brand new, internal frame, or external frame pack. It's got a breakaway day bag, which I love. I love that model. Gave that to my daughter, and then took it back. Camelback, just these small ones. These are like my day hike packs for my kids. Look at this fanny pack. I love fanny packs. This one turns into a backpack. Bam! Travel Eagle Creek. Eagle Creek actually makes some pretty good gear. Then this one, couldn't pass this guy up. This is a monster. Dana Designs Terraplane K2, but it's an external frame. I think I paid like 60 bucks for this guy. That's not all of them, but that's the grossest ones. Chris is giving me money. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, breakaway backpacks. Vermit. Yeah, Vertex. I've heard they're good too. I learned recently that Mystery Ranch was purchased by Yeti. Really? I do like Mystery Ranch's stuff, but tough to find land around here. FieldTech hates backpacks. Excuse me, sir. How dare you? Not practical at all for a lot of reasons. Shoulder and messenger bags are much better, again, for many reasons. I don't know, man. I carry a messenger bag daily for work, and they're hard to ride a bike with. Like they sling around the front. I don't like that. Walking around, messenger bags are better, but if you got to move at all, I think backpacks are good. But you have a bag problem worse than mine. I haven't even shown all of them. Like there's another pile over there. I haven't even shown like my tactical assault packs and all that. I'll do a whole video on it. It's really gross. Skywalker Precious Metals, Fajitanite. I'd be late for that too, my friend. The one 12 miles out. Talking about land in the chat. I've been seeing more and more on hospitals. Worked in many. Backpacks have their role and niche. Right bag for the right job. That's why I keep getting them. I never pass up the backpack section of a thrift store. You're just shocked at what you find. I'm getting more and more into travel bags, so they don't look like tactical bags. Yeah. I've tried to rock a fanny pack, but the wife said no. E-bikes. I've been looking into e-scooters, like as part of a get home plan. Yeah. Depends on how much weight you're carrying. Yeah. Too much gear equals too little knowledge. The more you know, the less you carry. Now that's true. That is true. I think about people who hunt a lot and they have a lot of reps. Yeah. Buying land. Yeah. Fanny packs. Nut rucks rock. Nut rucks. We are down 3 security officers for 3 buildings plus patrol. PM, it's scary to be honest. Fundraising for Mrs. Whiskey to replace one of Whiskey's caches with only compasses. Yeah, that's funny. Mrs. Whiskey. Canucks thinking about getting an e-scooter. Yeah, me too. Me too. What was the one? The Segways are like 1,500 bucks. There's the Apollo. I think it's called the Apollo Go. The Apollo Go. It's like they're still like $1,000 though, but you can get them for like 800 bucks. And yeah, gotta run. All right, Chris. See you later. Yeah, the e-bikes. I got the idea from you. I've been seeing lots of e-scooters on Marketplace. Yeah. the tech is just, it's getting so good. Like you can, the Apollo Go, and I saw next door to me, this one state over is Idaho Prepper, and he put out a video on an e-scooter. I think they sent it to him. So I'm gonna be like, hey, who is that? And I'll see if they can send me one for free. That'd be great. But the tech, I mean, so I live about, 15, 20 miles from where I work. The e-scooter thing, 25, 30 miles an hour, 40 to 50 pounds, and a 20 to 30 mile range. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. And I like this. I like the fact that you can fold a scooter in half and put it in your car. E-bikes would take some more in terms of storage and transportation, and they can be pretty heavy too. So scooters are getting, it's incredible, especially for the city. Field Tech has been rocking a nut ruck since the 80s. They're coming back, my friend, so you're cool. You're gonna be cool again. Eberly stock bandeau for days in activewear, EDC. When it's really hot, like in summer, I will put on I'll carry a fanny pack. Because if I'm in a t-shirt and shorts, I don't wear shorts very often, but I'll usually use one. You guys are all missing the bra pocket stash. Yes, well, of course we are, Extra. I don't wear a bra. Yeah, but our pants have pockets and your guys' pants don't have pockets. So I work with a lot of women and they're really pissed about that. People make their pants and they just sew the stitching on there to make it look like a pocket, but it's not a pocket. They try and blame us. I was like, men aren't designing your pants for you. What are you talking about? If you build your own e-bike, you can do it so much cheaper. Oh. Build my own battery pack, yep. Foldable e-bikes, there are foldable e-bikes too. Canuck likes waist packs, yeah. That e-scooter could get you back and forth and save you money on bus fees. Well, I have a free bus pass right now, but could I take the scooter to the bus and then to work on the back end of that? I think I could. Carol says, that's why I bought a lot of men's jeans over the years for the pockets. I don't know why they do that to you guys. You guys don't get pockets, like you don't have stuff to carry. It's kind of sexist to assume you're gonna have a purse so you don't need pockets. That's funny. Sean Rudder says, you seemed sketchy to me at first until you mentioned TJ Morris. Who are we talking about, Sean? Are you talking to me? I seemed sketchy? Someone called me a Soros plant, but I am definitely not. Oh, Bear. Oh, gotcha. TJ, yeah. I talked to Dawn. She liked me enough to make me an affiliate, so. Eberly stock bandeau bag. I tried that bag. I didn't like it because it tilted forward. It kind of, my bag has to sit up, but I probably need to lose weight too, so. Sean says, hey, from Atlanta, like you. I'm a 68%er, love your channel. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Carol Gold says, Mike, do you really want one of my novel-length posts about why women's clothes don't have pockets? Don't make me do it. I don't think you will. I don't think you will do it. Novel length. That's so funny. You can sling a folded e-scooter. Yeah. Like I love e-bikes, like the bigger ones, but they're $5,000 and they're hard to transport. Like you need a truck and you need you can't get them on buses. Oh no, Carol, please spare us. Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole blog and museum devoted to a history of women's pockets. What? And I didn't even do it. Oh. Okay, you guys, it's been over an hour. I am probably going to jump off here. I appreciate you guys adjusting to my schedule. I can't pass up a full-blown Mongolian barbecue dinner for my family for free. I can't do it. Women's pants had a zip on the side seams. What? Drop back Zach says he's a 69%er. Didn't see that coming. Holy crap. Your lives are a blast. Thank you, Watchman. I appreciate that. Have a nice dinner. I will. I'm gonna eat till I burst. And when it's buffet like that, I tell my kids, I was like, we usually eat pretty late. So when we go to some place where somebody's treating us, I'm like, fill up, buddy boy. Like, this is it. This is dinner. This counts. Cheers. The Bando works for me. Carried a Glock 48 and it fits great. Yeah, I mean, it's a good pack. Like, it's designed well. That's what it was. It's where the strap hit the top, like it caused it to kind of tilt out, and I didn't like that. But I'm picky that way. So don't forget to hit the like for Mike Tango Whiskey. Phil Tack says, show him some neighborly love. I guess that helps me. Evil Girl said it helps me. I load up on the heavy stuff. It's charged by weight. Yeah, the meat, just pure meat and veggies. That's what I do. Carol, thank you. I will go spend time with my family. Lives are great. Videos are great. Real value, both Mike and community. Yeah, this is a blast. I enjoy this. I appreciate you guys. I love all of you. Hey, look. Extra beat me to it. Okay. I love all of you. I'll do this live on the spot. I love you all like... What do I love you like? I love you like the brand new contractor that I hired, who made me feel good and who I thought was very, very capable, and who, when I watched his work, I didn't ask any questions because I was kind of afraid of the answers. And when he was here working, I just stayed inside. I didn't look at his work because of what I might discover, and I just trusted him blindly. That's how I love you. I love you like that. People get stuck in an elevator and never speak to after we're rescued. The people that get stuck in an elevator, yeah, lifelong. Or I love you like a security forces airman who I did a 12-hour shift with, and we made it through every episode of Band of Brothers, and I promised to keep in touch, and I never did. I don't even remember his name. Promises, yeah. I love you like a stepmom. Not my stepmom. I gotta quit saying that. What if they're watching? I don't know if my family's watching or not, but I love you like a schmegma that coats a slab of Spam. What? Schmegma? Yeah. All right, you guys. I love you like a social disease I never got. Ain't that the truth? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and log off, turn this fan on, and get my brain back in order. I got a pile of backpacks trapping me in my garage now, so I hope you all are doing well. I wish you all the best, and I will see you guys next time. I might surprise with it. I'm not gonna make any promises, never mind. I have a video coming out tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna do a second one here to post on Wednesday, so you guys take care. Peace out. Now watch me awkwardly try and sign